we've got an AMS unit. And on top, we've got the hub. Welcome to the vlog. Good morning, you guys. Welcome back to another vlog. As you just saw, I got another AMS unit and I got the hub so that I can now print 8 colors. I'll be able to connect 2 of my AMS units together. I'm going to put those on this P1P that's here on the end of this table. The test print will be in another video, so make sure you're subscribed so that you don't miss out on that. We actually have a lot to do today. We need to get the AMS unboxed and set up with the hub. I got a new order of filament in, my last giant order. There's a few colors that I forgot to grab, so I think I have like 12 more rolls that I need to unbox and get on the shelves. We need to take down all of these Halloween decorations. I'm ready for the bats to go. I don't really have any other decorations ready to take their place, but the bats need to come down. I keep bumping into them. I've actually broken a few of the magnets because they've fallen and hit the floor. And then you'll see it's kind of a mess down here, so we need to clean up. And then I've got a few prints I need to get drawn and the printer started up because I have a few Etsy orders that I need to take care of. We've got a busy day, so let's get right into it. Alright, inside of here is how you would connect it to the printer. This gets screwed onto the back. This is the cable that plugs into the back of the printer. We've got some screws, and then this is some extra parts. And then in the bottom of the box you have this bag which has the cable that will connect it to the printer. And then inside of every AMS is 4 of their spools. As you can see, I've got a few down there. Only a few. If you watched, I think, vlog 1, when I was setting up the shelves, I showed you all of those extra rolls that I have. So now, I guess I need to take these out of here, and I'm gonna add them down there to the bottom to join the other spools. All right, and here's the inside of the AMS. You've got the 4 places where your spools will go. These are the holes that the filament feeds into. And then back here, they have some desiccant packs. So in this box, this Overture box right here, I have a bunch of old desiccant packs that came with spools of filament. So I'm gonna open those up, and I'm just gonna put the loose beads down inside of there. There's probably a better way to do this. If you know of a better way that I can store my desiccant in there, maybe there's a file or something that I can print to like actually hold it, because there are these like holes in the back. I'll show you in just a second. If you know of a way to actually store desiccant beads in there, please let me know down in the comments. You guys know all the tips and tricks, and you're really helping me out recently. So I'm gonna start doing that right now so we can get this ball rolling. So there's the desiccant pack that comes with it. They want you to take it out of the plastic and store it in there. I'm just gonna use these beads instead. You can see back there in the back, there's this hole, and sometimes if you fill it a little bit too full, there's like a little lip, but not much of a lip. So if I've put too many beads in there or tip it backwards, they like roll down back in there, and I'm not sure if that's a bad thing. So if you know of something that I can do differently here, please let me know. All right, I poured a good amount in there. Now I'll put these lids back on. I feel like I'm definitely not doing the most effective thing here. I'm gonna put the new AMS on this printer here on the end. I need to get this space ready so I can move it over there, take this one off the top. I found these things. I think the guy is like Mihai Designs on Instagram. He created these so that you can stack your AMS units. I'm gonna give them a try. If you wanna print these same files, I'll make sure that I link them in the description for you guys. I think they took like 8 hours each to print, but I just used a color of filament that I don't actually sell on my site, so I needed to use it up for something anyway. So I'm gonna try to stack my AMS units using these things. We'll see how that goes. I gotta get this cleaned up now. Gotta empty my poop. A lot of the poop has missed the bucket. Gotta clean that up. Taking off the brim. It's kind of satisfying, but also kind of annoying. All right, one down, one to go. All right, last little bit, and we're free. It has these like holes in it so you can put a rod between it. I haven't bought the rod yet. I'm hoping that it'll kind of just like work without the rod. We'll see how it works. If I need to go buy some kind of rod to connect them, I will. All right, let me unload this AMS unit. This is pretty difficult to do one-handed. AMS is empty. Barely fits back here. So what I'm gonna have to do is take off this old spool holder and just hope that I don't need to run a single spool for a while. Spool holder is off, so now we'll see if we can get that to fit back there a little better. Perfect. I just need to move this wire because this box is supposed to go underneath. Now we gotta work on getting the hub set up. I'm gonna start by taking off my old AMS connector, and then we will add the hub there so that I can connect more than one. Getting this back piece disconnected was a lot harder than I thought it would be. You kind of have to reach inside of the spring and like push down on that piece to release the old PTFE tube. And then kind of the same on this side. There's a little piece you have to like push in to get it to release. Then you just unplug the two plugins that are on here. So this is where the old piece was attached. Now I'm just gonna take the new hub, attach it there. You can see on this side it's got the 4 connectors for all of my tubes. And then it's got both of the wire connectors in the bottom. So I'm gonna start getting that plugged in or screwed in now. I'm also gonna turn this off. There's only one 6-prong in the bottom. So does that mean all of my AMS units will be attached to each other? Maybe. We're gonna try that and see. Let me go ahead and get this hooked up and see. All right, so this AMS unit can come off the top. Okay, I'm gonna rotate everything back and get it set up so that I can connect the tubes to the hub and see how that goes. The hub came with some longer PTFE tubes, which is nice because even having my setup this close together, the original tube was not long enough to connect to the hub. So I'm putting this longer tube into both of my AMS units so that they will connect. The way that I get out this old PTFE tube, down inside of here, you can see like this dark gray like bar. You press down on that and it will release the tube. And I'm also replacing this short cable. The hub came with a longer cable, so I'll be replacing that and then connecting it to the printer. I'm actually gonna have to connect this tube to the other AMS, I think. That's what I'm expecting to happen. And then if I get an error or something, I will let you guys know. This top AMS plugged into this cord, and that is connecting to the hub inside of my printer. This cord is gonna be wrapped underneath, and that's gonna connect this AMS to the other AMS. So this Bambu Lab P1P and these 2 AMS units now with all of these cables are connected to this hub. So hopefully a test print will happen this afternoon, maybe even if it's just like one color from the top AMS and one color from the bottom AMS, just to see how the feeding works. I'll get back to you on that. All right, we've got the AMS units unboxed and set up. Hopefully, I really hope that I did everything right. We'll find out later in the video because I'm gonna do a tiny little test print. It won't be an 8-color print at all. That will definitely be a different video, but I will do a test print just to make sure that everything that I've done is correct. I wasn't really following any instructions. I was just kind of going off intuition. So hopefully I was correct. Now it's like 11 o'clock. It looks like Henry's starting to stir. So I'm gonna try to get all of my Halloween decorations taken down really fast, and then I'll have to pick back up in the afternoon. I'll probably leave up the pumpkin because that's kind of festive for Thanksgiving. I'll take it down later. Definitely won't leave it up all the way through Thanksgiving, but it's kind of cool for now until I have something else to go in that place. All right, the bats have been taken down. I'm leaving up the pumpkin and the skull because I think they add a nice little touch, at least until I get some other things on the walls down here. But the bats had to go. Henry's definitely awake. I gotta go upstairs, hang out with him, eat some lunch. I'll catch up with you guys in a little bit. All right, we're back from lunch. Time to get some filament unboxed. We gotta clean up a few things around here. Then we'll go upstairs, work on some Etsy orders, do some drawing, load the printers, get them running for the end of the day, and then that will pretty much wrap up this video. But for now, let's get into this filament. I've been using this giant order of boxes that I got as a table down here, and it's actually working pretty well. But I've got to move it out of the way so that I can get the shelves loaded better and unboxed. So I'm just gonna move it over there, and then I'll probably have to move it back later. Fine. That'll be fine. Ooh, this is pretty cool. So something I noticed the other day, Sunlu now has like zipper, like resealable bags for their filament or for their PLA. I don't think they're all that way, but this one is, and I had a black roll last week that did it. I just like ripped it open like I normally would, and then I saw that it had these resealable rolls. Not sure if I'll use it, but it's nice that they're doing that now. Okay, so I ordered 3 grays, 2 pines, 2 maroons. I'm gonna break all these down. All right, 1 box down, 1 to go, and then this box. And then this is light blue. I bought all of my other filaments during one of their Amazon Day sales, and they had a really good deal on all of their Overture filaments, except for the light blue, so I didn't get those, but now I have them. All right, my shelves are looking pretty stocked. Another update, I didn't really tell you guys about these boxes. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 packs there. 1, 2, 3, so 8 total packs, and then this one is like opened. So I ordered 400 boxes, 8 packs of 50 in preparation for the Christmas rush. So sales have already kind of started to pick up. That's why we need to get upstairs and get these printers running. I didn't run them this morning because I knew that I was going to be filming down here, and I wanted to get this like double AMS unit set up. So now I'm going to kind of leave, I said I was going to clean up down here. I'm going to kind of leave it a mess because I need these boxes to stay kind of where they are, even though it's like out in the middle of the floor. I've got another project that I'm working on for that wall over there, which you guys will see very soon. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. But I'm going to leave the boxes out because if I put them where I want them to go, I won't be able to access the wall that I need for the project that I'm working on besides this video. So head upstairs, draw, get the printers running, and that will be that. I have a multicolor nameplate that I need to print for Etsy, so I figure this would be a really good chance for me to try out the new AMS system. So let's go get these printers loaded with filament and get them running for the afternoon. Now I need to unload this one because I also need dark purple over there in the bottom part of that AMS so we can test out double AMSs. All right, let's look at P1, P4. It does show that I have both of my AMS units connected. Here, I'll show you. Over here, it shows 2 boxes now. So if I pick the first box, which I think is the one that I have on top, I can pick the filament that I have in that AMS. And then if I click on this one, it'll change it. So if I know it's yellow, I'll just change it now. And then if I click the other one, it's actually dark purple, but that will work. Okay, so hopefully the one on top is this one. So then if I go back to the preview, nice. Okay, so it gives it an A and a B for the 2 different boxes. And I do want this one to be from A, and I want, that's perfect. Okay, send, let's see what happens. All right, so I'm gonna finish slicing all of these, sending them to the printer, and then I will update you guys later. So we've got a problem. When this one tries to load, it does fine until it gets into the hub, but then the power that it requires to finish loading the filament all the way up through here, it's not able to gain traction. I did find some electrical tape, so I'm gonna try taping up both of these spools while I'm here and see if I can get it to work again. Also, I had them backwards, so I need the the purple to load first, and I thought this was going to be AMS B, and I thought this was AMS A, but whenever it started to load the filament, it had this one loaded as the purple and this one loaded as the yellow, so I have to fix that anyways. But for now, let's get these taped and try again. I want to label these so that I don't get them mixed up again, so I know which one is B and which one is A. So on this one right here, the bottom one was A, and then on this one, I will write B. So I missed it actually loading, but apparently everything went okay this time. We'll see if we have issues when we try to switch over to the yellow, since that was the one that had the problem to begin with, but it was in this slot. Hopefully this electrical tape is going to solve all of my issues. Feel free to spam "I told you so" in the comments. You guys were right. The cardboard spools in the AMS eventually was going to become a problem, and today was that day. So I've got electrical tape now. Back upstairs, let's package these orders and finish this day up. Little plug for my YouTube that I've added to my shipping boxes. Alright, the colors switched, so it's gonna work out fine. At least this print is gonna work out fine. The setup I've got over here is not gonna work out still though, because the purple fed fine, but then it wasn't able to pull the filament back. The yellow still would not feed even though I taped the edges. It was still getting hung up somewhere around in here, so I had to like hold the wire and like move it around and help it feed. So I'm gonna have to change this setup somehow, probably put one of the AMS units back on top of this printer and then figure out how to shorten the cable or the PTFE tube from the other one. So this is going to be a work in progress. Here's the final setup that I've found is working for my AMS units. So I put this one back on top, and then this one is raised over here on the side, and then I shortened this PTFE tube so that it just goes straight from this AMS right into the hub. And then this one, I put the original PTFE tube back on it, so it's not super long, but just long enough to connect it down here to the hub. And then where I was really having all of my issues was right here in this area. So I shortened this PTFE tube to take a lot of the arc out of it. There's still a little bit because there's a spring inside of here that activates whether or not it's going to continue feeding. And if you shorten this tube too much, which I found out the hard way, it won't allow that spring to do its job correctly. So this is shorter, but not super short. It's still able to feed. And I've run multiple prints since setting up the dual system, and it's working better than it even worked before when I only had one AMS on top. So I'm pretty happy with this setup. I'm excited to get an 8-color print tested on this to see how it's going to work out. But right now, this setup is working pretty nicely. And finally, we can wrap up this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I know this one got a little bit long, but I felt like I had a lot of things to update you guys on. Thank you for sticking with me and making it through this video. That's all we've got for this video. I will see you in the next one.